Hello and welcome to another edition on the Racheal Talk Show. My name is Racheal and I am your host. In today's edition, I am honored to host Honorable Dr. Sho Sawyer, a respected Sierra Leonean politician, former Member of Parliament for Constituency 108 in Freetown, and founding director of Sierra Leone's Office of the Diaspora Affairs. A proud member of the opposition APC party, Honorable Dr. Sho Sawyer has remained a vocal voice on governance, diaspora engagement, and the future of Sierra Leone, while also building his life and influence here in the United States. Today, we dive into politics, leadership, diaspora impact, and the current state of Sierra Leone. Please join me as we welcome Honorable Dr. Sho Sawyer. But please, before we get into the conversation, as always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Honorable Doc, you know, say the name long. Honorable Dr. Sho Sawyer. I got a cutter, so because you get boku title them. But anyway, welcome to the Racheal Talk Show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. I know say when it comes to your political party, and you're well known there because of your vibrant role where you play, even though you're not, still, in Freetown, but you're playing a very vibrant role in the political arena when it comes to your party, and even talk about governance issue. But you don't mind for tell people a little bit about yourself.
Well, first and foremost, as you said, I'm a Sierra Leonean, and secondly, I'm a strong member of the opposition APC party, the party that actually should be in governance, but due to what happened in 2023, we're not in governance, but I believe I would say we're government in waiting. I've been a member of the APC party ever since, I can tell. I came from a family of APC members. My grandmother was one that served the former President Shaka Stephen. So in our home, we all grew
up. So now all APC.
Yes,
now,
so in our home it was APC. It was APC business. I served under our former president, His Excellency Ernest Bai Koroma. I was one of the youngest special advisor that was appointed in 2007, 2008. Then immediately after that, I also received an appointment as the head of the diaspora office. It's a special office which was created in Sierra Leone by His Excellency the President, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma. At that time, he created the office whereby he saw there were critical capacity gap where it be one for address. And what I mean by that, say them be the talk, but we only get one anesthesiologist in Sierra Leone. We only get one psychiatrist. So
like you want to open the doors for late diaspora and come to the country and give back.
Can give training and everything. And then we be see the big impact of diaspora remittance, where they go to the country, they help pay school fee, they help bill O's, they help the economy. And wait till we learn from World Bank and others. Now for say remittance into Africa is even much more than loans, then we go take or grants where then they can't give you the pittance sometimes we then can give it. So we want for see how we can leverage that. So you open that office. I served in that capacity for about 3 to 4 years and then decided to go into parliament. Then I ran for election. I got the symbol for my own constituency, which I born when I Congotong. But at that time, the constituency be cover Moritong, part of Moritong, Congotong, Signal Hill, Tembetong, Kube, and King Tom. So I cover that entire area there in western area. They used for Colon West 2. So I get the symbol for that. I go represent them in Parliament. And I represented my constituency in Parliament from 2012 to 2018. Served very well, but come to 2018, I seek the symbol again to represent my people. But at that time, the constituency voted for me overwhelmingly. The district, because how it goes, you go through constituency, district and region. The constituency voted for me overwhelmingly. The district voted for me overwhelmingly. The region voted for me overwhelmingly. So I was supposed to be the candidate. But when we got to the end of the game, they were implementing at that time the law against the Tusim
okay,
law.
So the Tusim affect you. Okay, we'll talk about the Tusim thing.
So I'm one of
that's
those.
Very, okay, when it, you know, one pan the person.
Yeah, so I'm one of those the Tusim affected. But be that as it may, I not stop for be part of the political machinery. I went after we convention where we as the party stakeholders them we give the symbol to Dr. Samura Kamara, and including my constituency, we give the symbol to another gentleman, another APC gentleman, and in the city, because as a very popular candidate in Western region, when they gave the symbol also to Her Worship Madam Yvonne Sawyer, people called on me for my popularity to help support her campaign. So I supported the constituency campaign. I supported Madam Yvonne Sawyer campaign, and I also went and worked very well and worked very hard in Western area for Dr. Samura Kamara.
Okay, so a couple of things the way stand out with this overview. One is I want to first of all talk about the diaspora affair, because if I also could remember at that time, where diaspora they open the doors, that office, how significant that, let me just ask you, because I know what happened during that time. I mean, it was a good opportunity and people came. So how significant that office the Diaspora Affairs Office, how significant it be at that time for Sierra Leone?
Well, it was a vision for under Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma. And the vision was, how can we bring Sierra Leoneans to fill critical capacity gap? And how can we leverage the remittance for development in Sierra Leone? And at that time, I will tell you, Racheal, we didn't have anesthesiologists in Sierra Leone. We were able to bring 2 anesthesiologists, nurse anesthesiologists, we can salon. They build training for anesthesiologists in Sierra Leone. I can tell you, we not be get proper geologists them. We'll be able to get Sierra Leoneans instead of foreigners where they come and can't take with money, and take with minerals, they take everything, then they take everything go. We were looking at how can we, what we call brain drain. That means the brains them in the country, they don't go out. Yeah. So how do we reverse brain drain? So what we do, we bring Sierra Leoneans them back. Say, okay, come back, even if you don't reach retirement age, but you don't learn, you don't gain experience, you get exposure. Bring back that experience, let we use that.
But that's during that time, because for pull somebody na so we don't live all in life na don't get pay boku money, get all this qualification, all this expertise, and we know how then expertise them, how they are paid here, how they are valued here in this country. For say they left all waiting and they do for go back Sierra Leone. Waiting be the thing we didn't see, we didn't feel say, we didn't get that urge day, or we didn't get that that zeal day, or where they feel inspired to go back. What's one have been do so for give that platform day to them, for make them come, for make them feel welcome at that time, for make them can share their expertise to the Sierra Leoneans?
Well, several things. One, Dr. Anes Baikoma be travel around United States, UK, and other places. Talk about that vision of Sierra Leoneans return home, come give back to Sierra Leoneans. And I will tell you, Racheal, beaucoup Sierra Leoneans want for return home. They want to give back. Just that sometimes the bureaucracy, it block them. Whether they want to come for investment or whether they want to give them skills. Sometimes they don't get the doors way open. Even now here to America, if you don't know somebody that knows somebody, doors don't open for you.
So what was the difference between that time and now, and how the economy being, what happened? What are some of the impact where where the doors they open for diaspora, the atmosphere was there? What did be the impact as compared
huge.
to?
It was huge because like I would say, the people them way I be sit down with, where we all got together, like the Vicky Remo, the Bimbola, the Amadou Jepe, where we got together and put this idea and present it to President Kouma, where it take him. They were able to bring other things them on board to say, how can we leverage remittance? How can we leverage on expertise? So it changed the energy sector. It changed the medical sector because we had medical expertise them that come in. It changed the engineering sector. We had people that will come in to Sierra Leone, start going to the university to say, okay, this is that is what we can do. And then also red tapes them will be there for investment. Sierra Leoneans then come back and say, well, we need to create a one-stop shop. If you want to invest in a salon, why you get for go to 5, 6, 7, 8 different offices? We created that, and Dr. Anes Koma accepted it, and that was then when we created a one-stop shop where you can go register your company, you get all your documents them and everything. It was part of that also that we talk about. There should be a commercial court. These are things that will come up from that if people then can invest, the investment should be protected. And Sierra Leoneans wanted to invest, but most of them have their money in their 401k, in their pension plan, but they're afraid to invest. So there was a lot of impact. There's huge impact, and we see them, and we believe that there's a lot that was done.
So would you say it's the case currently that Sierra Leoneans are still welcome, or there's the environment is still there or welcoming for Sierra Leoneans to invest as compared to
from 2012 to from 2007 to 2018, and from 2018 to now, it's a huge difference. From 2007,
like now, what do you mean by
like right now? I'm not gonna say the environment is conducive for Sierra Leoneans to come invest, because you have high taxes, you have foreign companies, then they run away. Let alone regular Sierra Leonean will not get multi-million-dollar. So when you get foreign companies that are being taxed highly, then they left the country. So the Sierra Leonean now come and not they able compete because they not get even that kind of money there. But before, when you have the diaspora office, you have one-stop shop, you have waiting Anes Koma, President Anes Koma Bidu, it decided, say, forgive the office that power, it left the office inside State House. For say, this is a presidency office. So when we call you, say, from the presidency office, we get Sierra Leonean investors. You they open the mouth. They're easy for see minister. They're easy for see directors. They're easy for get them documents then done. Now, you they go Sierra Leone for invest. Maybe you get short time period. How do you invest under your short time period? So it's very frustrating. The taxation on business is very frustrating. It's very frustrating.
So, how important it is for Sierra Leonean for invest, or Sierra Leonean, how important the diaspora it is to shape the future of Sierra Leone? How is so important, because you don't be in that situation.
I will tell you this, Racheal. It's a parallel walk. It's a parallel walk. What I mean by Sierra Leoneans at home and Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora have to be able to work together.
So, have you experienced anything like that?
Yes, okay. Yes, very much so. Where Sierra Leoneans then come home, right? If you come on at the diaspora, you dey return home. You understand sometimes what are the expectation, but sometimes your expectation may be high, but you have to understand the situation where you go into, right? And if you understand the situation where you go into, you have to also know that the people on the ground needs to be respected. They're highly intelligent. They understand the what would you say? They understand the environment. So you can come with your expertise. You can come with your money. You meet with the home-based Sierra Leonean. We understand the environment. We're highly intelligent of what can be done. And you get into partnership. You see, what usually is the problem is where Sierra Leonean want to do something by themselves. Me come on America, I feel to say, I know it all. I know it better past all man. I go asking her this way, that's how it should be done. I don't know it all. I don't know it better past all man. That man waiting I go na Sierra Leone, highly intelligent, know his environment, and he know how to implement the task. You put una two aid, it make one better aid. So I think say we need to look at how do we bring Sierra Leoneans them together, whether you're in the diaspora, whether you are home based, and how we can collaborate more.
Okay, so let's dive into politics and leadership proper. And the last election, you play a very pivotal role within your party, and also when it comes to your loudest voice, you've been very vocal, against the current SLPP, a party within governance right now, and you're a very close and strong person to Dr. Samora Kamara. How you been get any hope, say, which kind of confidence will you been get, or which kind, what will I put it, that for say, like you say, now we been supposed, you said something initially, say, now we supposed for day in power. What to make you say that what they say, now we been supposed for day in power?
Well, I will tell you, Racheal, clearly that the people of Sierra Leone voted overwhelmingly for APC party. The votes were not fully counted when the announcements came out. We have our data, we have published our data on several occasions. International observer, not Michelle, not Dr. Samora Kamara, not Richard Conte, not APC Secretariat, international observers stated that the election was not free and fair. The international observers stated that votes were not counted, and up till today, whatever was counted has not been publicized, has not been published by the National Electoral Body. But from waiting we get we own data, we know that Dr. Samora Kamara was leading. And so because of we own data and waiting me don't see and waiting I get on hand, and from waiting the international observers say, I can say from my own experience and my own opinion, APC should be in governance.
Okay, we'll go dive into that small, because I mean it was a very contentious election, because the young people were very enthusiastic. They came out to vote, and before getting into the election or the process of the election, there were so many red flags. I'm speaking from Unayum party, the things that Una be they say, then there were so many red flags, and even the general Sierra Leoneans were raising those concerns. Say red flag day from the beginning of the process, the registration, the ID card, and all of that. People saw that, and even the voting not be start properly. The one that will be done begin for go Mecca, they don't begin vote, or not even agree itself to the terms and condition. All of these things been they go on, and people were concerned that why did you guys go into that election where una no say there were so many red flags, and you guys promised people that you're going to protect the vote of the people, especially the leader of at that time, when Samura Kamara and you were very pivotal as well in those times. With all the red flags, why did you guys go into the election knowing probably fully the outcome?
Well, I'm not gonna say that we be know fully waiting go be the outcome, because we believe in the people of Sierra Leone. And like
with all the red flags.
With all the red flags,
Okay.
we believe in the people of Sierra Leone. And like I say, even with all the red flags, APC won overwhelmingly. In our data that we have, the numbers that we have, APC won that election, just that the announcement said differently. If we had waited until the numbers were counted, the data would have shown that. But be that as it may, we saw some of the red flags. We brought those concerns to the government. We brought those concerns to the international partner. It was one of the reasons why we actually talk about the census. We brought that and we yelled from the mountaintop that there's an issue with this census that's going on. When we saw the issue with the registration, we called that to book also. But APC is a peaceful party. APC is a democratic party. What we finally looked at is that it's the people's rights to vote. I myself am not going to stop the people if they want to vote. It's their right. So I believe that even though there was some people that were thinking we should not go to election, we should not participate in this election, it is the people's right, and you cannot take the people's rights away. And APC recognized that, and APC as a party decided to respect the people's rights. And the people came out overwhelmingly, and they voted overwhelmingly. Let me tell you something very funny, right, Racheal? Even after the people then don't vote, they're not going to host. They never went home. They stayed until their votes were counted, and they saw the winning of the APC who side and put their vote for. But from that transfer of that station to the district level, now everything starts for change.
Okay, that's why I come in, because now the APC party or the leadership comes in, because as a leader, someone will make statements, say, I will protect your vote. Because people died, people sacrificed, because we saw that Sierra Leoneans were desperate for change,
of course,
regardless. And people made so much sacrifice.
Of course.
And they believe in your party leadership, where you say, regardless of all the red flags they are, like, you agree with me, I will protect your vote. So what happened after the election, and we then at this situation?
Well, I believe after the election, there are lots of things that happen. Everybody have their own theory. Everybody have what they may say. What we know is announcement was made before all the votes were counted. And this is what was stated, not by me, but by international observer that were at the polling center where they were still counting votes. Boxes were still coming in with votes that they have not counted yet. And then they announced the election. And Dr. Samura Kamara and the APC party did call into question that. They call into question what had occurred. We provided our own data and saying, well, we're asking the National Electoral Commissioner to publish. What did you call the vote on? Please publish it. We want to see it. We want to challenge it. But we couldn't challenge it because they refused to provide the results. They refused to provide the data. It's like saying, Racheal, if I want to challenge you on something, I forget evidence.
But I
foresee waiting. Exactly.
Okay.
If I say this you iPad for them not gone, and for them not gone nami an, right? That's the evidence that the iPad don't broke and nami an it broke. So you can go to court now for say, look at the iPad, it don't broke. But they refuse to publish. So there was no evidence to take to court to publish. And the APC party has continued to call for the data. Up till now, they have called for this data because we have our own. So because the APC party is one, it's a democratic party. Two, it's a peace-loving party. 3, it wants to maintain peace and stability in the country. That's where you see the APC has taken this path, that what is preferable is the lives of the people. It's not...
So should it repeat itself again come 2028?
I will tell you this, Racheal. 2028 is the People's Party. It is the people's power.
It
is the people's power.
But the last election, when was that? 2020? Is it 20? When was it?
2023.
2023.
Yes.
Was the people's? Was it okay? That was not the people's power.
No, the difference then and now is that the suffering of our people is too much. The poverty has increased. I was just talking with someone. I said, I don't know what miracle our people is living on. Basic necessity, basic water, basic light, basic provision of education. People cannot afford their lives.
Even 1 square meal a day.
Yeah,
it's
people
hard.
cannot afford their lives. So the people have decided this is not about APC. This is the people of Sierra Leone. They have decided to make a change and bring a change into their life. So they would not even accept such come 2028.
But at the end of the day, I mean, it's a political party. Nainge for go before Nainge put a leader. You know, regardless of the people, now on a political party, Nainge for choose a leader. So that before I get to that leadership part, of course on the party, like any other party, gets a lot of, you know, challenges here and there. But let me just come to your relationship with Samura. How is your relationship with Dr. Samura Kamara now that everybody has moved on? Like you say, the party don't move on now for prepare for the next election. How is your relationship?
Well, Dr. Samura Kamara is a father figure to me. He's also a mentor, and he's also a family member. I refer to him as a family member because he's a close friend of my dad. So he's highly respected and highly regarded. And that's what I will have to say about that.
So what's in your opinion on this? Would you have want him to run again if he get the opportunity? Would you, in your own opinion, would you have want him to run again?
Well, that would be Dr. Samura's decision. You know, the decision to run for election is not an easy one. You have to talk to your maker, which is God. You have to talk to your family, and it comes with a lot of sacrifice. That's what, you know, a lot of people sometimes don't see the background of what it takes, all the sacrifices that it takes. So that would be a decision of Dr. Samura Kamara. And if he believed that he wanted to run again, then that would have been his own decision.
So if you've been chosen for run again, you will be still supporter?
If Dr. Samura Kamara had run again and the APC...
they won this election. Is he going to run?
Well, I don't know. He has not made the decision. He has not made that announcement.
But if Dr. Samura chooses for run, you're going to support him? If
Dr. Samura Kamara chooses today to run for the APC candidacy, and the APC people voted for him, he would have me right by his side because I'm APC. And whoever the APC selects elects.
No, I'm saying, you know, so when I get a couple of candidates them, we want this. So, and everybody as an APC gets in on person.
Of course.
Okay, so that's my question. Before the national, national convention. Before you guys go into that, would you have been behind Samura Kamara if he say he wants, like how Akisoya and Richard Conte and all of these people, you for choose them for supporter?
Well, since he has not stated, I don't have an opinion on that.
No, but I mean, I'm just asking if
he don't say he wants, then I would have been able to look at the category and have a better opinion. But since he has not stepped forward, I really don't have an opinion. No, I really don't have an opinion.
Anyway,
you know, you weigh the pros and the cons.
The cons.
And if he don't step up, then I will say, hey, well, I have an opinion on that matter.
Okay.
But since he has not stepped up, I don't have an opinion on that matter.
So how prepared is your political party? How haven't seen, what's in the going on the country, and people and they say some people, I don't say a lot of people, and say APC no radiates and still they fet. If they don't take 10, they are go kaya back because then they pan fet pan themselves. You now very strong person inside the party. How prepared are you to face this current government when it comes to
let
elections?
let me tell you this, Racheal, right? For every win in life, there's a struggle. There's no win that you have in life that you have not struggled for. Before you were giving birth to you, your parents struggled for 9 months. Even during the birth process, there was a struggle before you came out. Going to 2007 election, there was a battle in APC that almost everyone was fighting Dr. Ernest Koroma. They were in court until the last minute before they came out of court. People said, oh, APC wasn't ready. But when we went to election 2007, we won. APC is ready. But in every election process, you're going to have difference of opinion. I may feel that I'm better than you. You may feel that you're better than me. And we may have different people that have different views. But I will tell you this, right? When we go to a national convention and our people, the APC people, elect a flag bearer, all of us would get behind that flag bearer, support that flag bearer, and unite this party.
So I'm going to get to that point because I don't hear a lot of talk about would I for be the leader or the candidate for APC. I've had a lot of talks about that. And I see also your role here in the diaspora here. Any of the leader, any of the candidates will come. I mean, you're there to welcome them. Whether you support them, you need to support them, you do welcome them all within the Kaya Sona, the diaspora, for can talk to them people there or talk to people them for support them and all of that. Waiting are you? Where do you stand with all of those people on the ballots for this leadership, this APC leadership? I mean, you know them. You've been with some of them. Some of them are very close to you and all that. So what's in your opinion as a party member, not just an ordinary party member, as a very key person inside the party? What's your opinion about them leadership? Because not of can lead APCO. They are coming to challenge this party.
Correct.
This current government.
Correct.
What is your opinion, or where do you stand with all of them people and they don't say they want for team up for this APC leadership?
You see, what do we get for realize and recognize? APC doesn't lack capacity. And what I mean by that? APC gets people and we get capacity to lead. They have lead in different governance institutions. They have lead in corporate bodies. They have lead in the business sector. So we have strong leadership them, strong leadership material. Part of what I have been doing and part of what I advocate is how we continue to unite each other until the election. If you see that I will galvanize APC diasporas or APC in Sierra Leone, or you will see that I will bring one party official with another party official, is that we have to recognize that at the ending, we're going to elect one person. And once we elect that one person, all of us have to galvanize and mobilize behind that one person. Because at the end of the day, it's God that is going to choose that person. I believe God has already chosen
so
who will
your
be the
role
leader.
Is to ensure when they come now, so for ensure for bridge that gap there and try for harmonize all of those candidates them. So at the end of the day, whoever wins, everybody go rally around them.
Yeah, it's simple. We have unity, but because we're in competition, some people think there is no unity. So what we as party stakeholders is we want to provide one opportunity for people to meet with these candidates and to talk with them to know what their vision is. Who are you? What is your vision? We open the mouth for the common man, for rub skin with presidential candidates. Because I may know him, I may know his capacity, I may understand who he is, I understand his leadership qualities, and like I say, APC no lack capacity. APC no lack leaders. We get very strong and very good leaders. Them we ready for lead this country.
So one controversial thing nowadays on social media about your party leadership getting to the election is I know I've heard people say, of course, the name where they play Jagaban. Some people say they don't give Jagaban, APC no go win. You know, all of those things. So you think, say, not so even you think, the supporters of these candidates get a very, very big role for play in terms of uniting the party. How una go ensure, say, then candidates that are so able to reach out to then supporters and say, you know what, where we go, if I lose, we all rally around those and the one we win and make we able to get into power. How? Because that's also can leave room for division inside una party. So how una they able to talk to the leaders, the other candidates there, so for me they continuously they reach out, even in their campaign, for they reach out to their supporters.
Well, Racheal, you know, in all camps or teams that you be, this is politics. You have propaganda. You want the other person to feel less than you. You want to feel stronger than the other person. Then you may have the extremist people in your camp or in your team. You may have the comer wants them, you know, and you have the ones them that put out information. So that happens. That's normal in all politics propaganda. But what you do see is you would see Jagaban and Yvonne joking, laughing, eating from the same plate. You see Yvonne Sho Sawyer, Richard Conte, Kaifala Mara, with Adi Macaulay. You see them joking and laughing. You see the battle that come up for the tripartite. You see Adi Macaulay is leading on some fights. Then you turn around, you see Kaifala Mara is calling others on board as he is the chief there. So he's not doing it himself. He said, come on, una kamlo can fetch this fet. So what you see the leaders doing, you see them working together. You see them hand in hand working together for the people of Sierra Leone. So that's a message that they are sending, that we're working hand in hand for the people of Sierra Leone. And I believe that that relationship that we're building, like myself, I have relationship with every one of them. I'm not going to say because I'm for Racheal, I would not talk to Mo, I would not talk to this person. So what we're doing is building a good relationship. So when that day come, we all will galvanize, we'll mobilize all our resources and get behind whoever is elected.
All right, let's quickly talk about governance with the current SLPP government. For this, okay, let's take it from the term within come
2018.
2018 to date. What do you think, say, now one of them, or what are some of their biggest failures that you think the APC will come and change if we not come back to power?
If you ask me one of the biggest failure,
awesome,
I may not have, because there are too many. Okay,
let's hear some of them.
First of all, Sierra Leone used to be a country where the division, we work so hard to unite the people of Sierra Leone. Now you have a lot of division in Sierra Leone, and that is not good for the people. That is one thing that APC has always worked on. You would see Dr. Anesbai Kouma and the APC party would bring the Southerners, the Easterners, the Northerners, the Westerners to come into the party or to come into governance to run the government, to make sure that the division, whether it be regional division or tribal division, is not there. Even if you think it's there, it's not there. Second thing is development. APC was huge on infrastructural development. And what's the importance of infrastructural development? It not only opened the roads into the hinterlands for bring your goods come to markets, but when there is infrastructural development, people get job. People, they work. And that regular contractor where they work, they guess what? There is a catalytic effect. The truck driver get work. Then mommy will get for sit down by that place they outside and they do work. Then self they sell markets. When they sell market, then they able for send them picking go school. So a lot of things are happening. So APC, now that party where you say, where they go up that mango tick, it shake the mango tick. All the mango then for them. If for them na the south, if for them na the east, if for them na the west. Development was all over the country. That's another thing. Another area that APC was very big on was education. Now, we say, then call and say 2018, then they can't get free quality education. But who are the people that are paying for the education? Because the people, the citizens are crying every day. People can't afford it. So if the economy is so bad and people can't afford it, Racheal, look how much for bag race today. If you pay somebody 2.5 million leons, if say me, I get paid 2.5 million leons as a teacher, or waiting now then called 2,500 in the new leons as a teacher. I have my wife and 2 children. After I buy one bag race, I give me web soup money. Usai they pull money for me picking them for pay school fee. Usai. Then I get for go work. How I they take transport for go work? Usai they pull them. Also, I don't know whose kind miracle is going on. So they've really devastated the economy. It's bad. It's really, really bad. So there's a lot. Look, I'll be honest, would I ever APC the elect where they can be the next president? It won't not get for be easy. It won't not get for be easy because this government has dug a deep, deep hole for let we come out of her. Another thing where you see, somebody called me several days ago, sent me a video of in Pekin when I palm. The boy Pekin nine that they look up to say this, now they can pull me out of. If you see the boy in grades, second year in IPAM, it don't start for take kush. So the person where in papa and mama be they look up to say this, now they can pull we come up and poverty. That bobo now very smart and intelligent, they take kush. So another big problem in Salon now the drugs. The girl picking them, they on drugs. The boy picking them, they on drugs. School picking them, they on drugs. And because most people can't even find a job, the stress, the mental health issues, forget rid of that thinking, forget rid of that stress, then go on drugs. And so the government has not eradicated drugs. How the drugs they can inside the country. Government should be able to police that. Government should be able to enforce laws.
The drug situation, that container we can.
Yes, and we see all these situations. So that's another big issue that APC has to address. Because let me tell you, Racheal, and let us not take it lightly. Where the younger citizens are on drugs and you destroy their mind, you've destroyed the country. That's the fabric. That's the foundation of the country. So under this government, we're destroying the foundation of the country. Tomorrow, me and you get for retire. Now this generation, now for run the country. But if we don't allow kush for take over, if we don't allow drugs for take over, instead of then focus on their school, kush don't damage them. Who is going to run the country? Who is going to lead the country? This government has failed us. And only APC government would bring development. Only APC government will eradicate drugs. And only APC government has shown that whenever they are in governance, they focus on development of the country.
All right. So having said all of that, and looking at all the one the way so far don't team up, one for lead the party and one for win as a party for takeover. Whose kind unique quality where you feel say that leader they forget for challenge this government? Just like how you don't say the things them the tribalism and all of these regionalism and all of them tribal rhetoric here where they don't amplify unlike before. All of those things will don't come into play. How whose kind quality we think say that person they as a true Sierra Leonean, not just as an APC. Then we talk as a Sierra Leonean, we also feel the pain of the common man.
Right.
Whose kind quality where you think say that person they forget for able for let Sierra Leonean and puts them trust and sacrifice for say we want for stand with this APC also because of the policy where they don't put, and we know say this policy we didn't put, it go able for challenge the SLPP party and bring them party back to governance?
Well, like I said earlier, APC doesn't lack leaders. APC doesn't lack people that have the capacity. But what we do need is someone who is honest, right? What we need is someone who doesn't lack integrity. And what we need is bold, empathetic leadership. Why I say bold and empathetic? Bold because you're going to have to take some decisions that are needed to redevelop Sierra Leone, to stand against corruption, to stand against the drugs that is destroying our children, and to stand up for the people. Empathetic, I mean, you have to look at the people and look at the situation. And get sorry for the people and say, no, this is not my own people them. If then they suffer and I don't become the leader and the president of this country, it's not about me, it's not about my family, it's not about enriching ourselves. Let's focus on developing the country for we citizens them. Let we give them that collapse. Let we give them the basic. Saloma no wants much, Racheal, but we want the basic. And provide the opportunity. Government may not be able to hire everybody, but provide a conducive environment for investors for coming. Not tax them with taxation, they run them all out. Provide a conducive environment whereby when investors come in, they feel that their investment is protected.
So when you talk about integrity, it is very crucial because we know how integrity also play as we wrap up now. We know how integrity play in the last election,
right,
where the election we don't sit down. We would now we see videos and where the first lady they say, I get all them picture there, I get all them video they already cancel some other video. So I mean that was like a direct challenge and threat to whosoever now on a party where we don't go to Mother Bio. I mean, there's nothing wrong in going to the president. It can be for a very good reason. But those are some of the things where, whether it's true or not, but the first lady talker say, I dey pull on all secrets na do. I get video them, I get everything, I get audio them for una. So do you think that integrity day, how critical it is for the leader we una get for choose, make it not be seen as somebody back where they get video of him. So what's your opinion on that? Because then it plays out in the last election because she was literally calling out people.
Well, let me say this, there's maturity when it comes to politics, right? There's no reason that President Obama and President Trump should not meet and talk. It's about the country. There's no reason that Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma and Mother Bio should not sit down and talk when it's about the country. When former president was the president, usually when President Mother Bio be the camp salon, he go visit her. He will go visit Ernest Koroma. Ernest Koroma used for give police escorts because out of respect that you're a leader of your own party, he gave him police escorts. So you discussed important state matters. So there's nothing wrong with discussing important state matter. And there's nothing wrong as an opposition leader to meet with the current government and say, we would not accept this.
So
while I challenge you, I'll challenge you, but there's nothing wrong with us discussing state matters. But propaganda is propaganda, and everybody would use propaganda. But if you want to place the country first, and you want to put the country at a path, sometimes you have to talk with your opponents. You have to sit on that table and discuss the country first. But it's propaganda, and we understand it.
Okay, so as we are wrapping up, Honorable, before I come to your party, what's next for you in politics?
I believe I'm going to listen to my people. I've served my constituency well. I've served the party very well, and I'll continue to serve my party. I've served the people of Western area well, and I'll continue to listen to see what the people want, and then what's God-driven dream for me, and how I can give more of myself.
Okay, without the Tusim not affect you.
Well, the Tusim, you're not Tusim, but it has never affected me in serving my people. I don't believe, say, leadership pass you there as the number one person. You can lead in any capacity. You can lead as a middleman. You can lead as the man from BN. If you dey BN, you dey tell the people, now go no more, now lead you the lead so. If you dey in the middle, you dey draw others, now lead you the lead so. So you don't always have to be in the front. Or sometimes you can be behind someone and you're motivating them and you're helping them. You're still giving of service. So my role and my job and how I see myself is how I can serve my country better and how I can continue to serve my party.
So what's your word? What's in your word for your party as they go through primaries, when they go through constituency, all the levels them till I get to the bigger level? What would be your message to your party leadership and also your supporters, and how prepare are you within the confidence where you go give them for say una prepare better than ever before for take back the country?
Now it's a challenging time, right? And I totally understand that and I respect that. But what we need to do and what the leadership should continue doing and what they have been doing but should do more and continue doing is we need to have a free, fair, and transparent process throughout the constituency, district, region, until we get to the national election day. Let's have a free, fair, and transparent process. Because once you have that, tomorrow we need everybody to come along. But if someone feel like the process was not free and fair, tomorrow you want to call them to come join you, they will say, no, it wasn't free and fair. There will be, there was election malpractice, there will be crime foul, and what happened, they will sit aside. We don't want no one to sit aside. So for my leadership, what I'll call upon them is let's continue what they've been doing. I believe that they've been doing a great job. They need to do more for us to have free, fair, transparent process throughout this process. And once we get to the convention, let's allow the people to elect who they decide and choose our next flag bearer. And once that is done, we all would mobilize, we'll galvanize, and APC would be the next government in Sierra Leone come 2028.
Well, he is Honorable Dr. Michelle Sho Sawyer. Thank you. Thank you so much, for this program. I mean, the conversation was deep. It was real. And of course, even if you didn't have the diaspora, you must feel the pinch, because now they send money. By the time they send now before now we send $100, it was okay. But now $100 we send and in they take almost they save, they don't call you back. So we know how even when we are not there, we know how it is.
It's a big problem.
So, problem. Whether it's on a party, I can always say, if you not mix by politics, politics go mix by you. And how it mix by you? From the things that you do every day. The people that you support every day. You feel the pinch. I mean, generally, this is not about party, being partisan. It's about the reality and what is happening in the country. So thank you again for having this honest conversation on the Racheal Talk Show. And I believe, a lot of things that you say here resonate to the people of Sierra Leone where they're on ground, because that's what we're concerned about.
Of course.
The people that where they're on ground, they know what's in the happen to them. And I believe, you speak to the hearts and minds of them. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And for those of you guys we don't deal with me throughout this program, I want to say thank you. And if you have any comments, you get anything we want to add to within Doc Don't talk about Naya, so and you have maybe other opinion apart from within Doc Don't say, feel free for putting in the comment section. And please don't forget for share, like, subscribe. And till next time, I'm always here, and feel free to tell it to Racheal. Bye. Life, love, pain, and growth. We're all going through something. And sometimes hearing someone else's story can change your own.
We rise, we fall, but we still stand tall. Every story matters, every voice deserves the light. We heal a little deeper, and somebody hears our fight.
The first bed I had in this country when I moved on my own was from the trash can.
Now they put it in and they connect to it.
You don't see man the way the woman and they go do BBL. Then they cheat with woman the way flat suit. Hello,
for real conversations and real stories.
keep watching the Racheal Talk Show.
I am Racheal. This is more than a talk show. These are real conversations, real emotions, and real life-changing experience. It's the Racheal Talk Show.
Every story matters. Every story matters. Every story matters. Every story matters.
Get ready for the excitement.
Get ready to be inspired.
And get ready to be motivated.
Always remember, this is the Racheal Talk Show, the space where your voice is heard.
This summer, with Racheal, on the Racheal Talk Show, showing on YouTube and other social media platforms. Join the conversations and like, share, comment, and subscribe.